Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending tonight's Board of Education meeting. If you can all kindly stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, let the record show that all board members are present and in attendance. And I would just like to say that as we get ready to observe Memorial Day in just a few weeks, I'd like to pause to honor and remember the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice to our country and in service. Their courage and dedication will never be forgotten. We are grateful for their selfless commitment to protecting our freedoms and values. May we always honor their memory and strive to uphold their ideals that they fought for. So on behalf of the West Syosset Board of Education, we express our deepest gratitude to all those who have served and continue to serve. Your sacrifice will always be remembered. Now, also, to our West Syosset teachers, as Teacher Appreciation Week winds down, also on behalf of the West Syosset Board of Education, I just want to take a moment to express our gratitude to the incredible work that you do each and every day. Your dedication, your passion, and commitment to shaping the minds and the hearts of our students do not go unnoticed, and we just want to thank you again.
Mr. Tussey, if I could add to that, please. Just in celebrating our school heroes during Teacher Appreciation Week, as everyone has heard, and just before, we're celebrating Teacher Appreciation Week. We want to extend our gratitude not only to our outstanding educators, but to all the incredible individuals who play vital roles in our school community. So to all that are honored in the month of May, our teachers, principals, speech pathologists, administrative professionals, school nurses, bus drivers, who will be honoring them specifically later. Great to see everyone here this evening, and our school lunch heroes. Thank you for your unwavering dedication, passion, and commitment to the success and well-being of our students. This week, let's honor and celebrate all of our school heroes, whether it's a simple thank you, a note of appreciation, or a small gesture of kindness. Let's make sure all our school community members know just how much they mean to us.
Thank you. All right, we are lucky and fortunate tonight to have some student representatives report. So I'd like to call down Damiana and Krista from the Young Women's Forum.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board and the West Syosset community. My name is Damiana Beige. I am a junior at West Syosset High School, as well as the founder and president of the first ever Young Women's Forum. I am honored to spread knowledge and gain support for this club here tonight. The Young Women's Forum is a student-run club I organized this year to unite and inspire the women of this community. In the first year of this club, we have an impressive membership with over 75 young women. I was impressed by other school districts with Young Women's Forum chapters who are teaching young women about self-defense, women's health, and educating women about the endless possibilities of their future. One of my motivations when beginning this club was to expose my fellow peers to the endless possibilities for their futures. Realizing not everybody grows up with the same opportunities and the same exposure, I wanted to do as much as I could to rectify that for the future students of West Islip. In order for women to keep progressing within society, we must seek education in every way we can, and I am proud to be helping my peers gain precious knowledge on the way to achieving their dreams. I was fortunate enough to have such a supportive school community who were able to encourage my ideas and cultivate a club that I hope will leave a lasting impact on this community. I would especially like to thank Ms. Probst, Mrs. Domingo, and Mrs. Maniscalco for helping me create a foundation for this club to be built upon, as well as the overwhelming amount of students who have joined the Young Women's Forum. I would now like to introduce the first ever Vice President of the Young Women's Forum, Krista Williams, to delve into some of the actions we have taken this past year. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Krista Williams, and I'm the Vice President of the Young Women's Forum. I've known Damiana for a long time now, and when I saw her create this beautiful group, I knew I wanted to be a part of it. I'm always in awe of the things she accomplishes, and her creating this group really shows how awesome of a person she is. Some of the things we've done so far are holding meetings, had a public speaker, hold a feminine hygiene drive, and we donated those items to Planned Parenthood. We had a speaker from Planned Parenthood come in and talk about women's health. Commissioner Shelley Rose Arkin came and talked about the workforce and that no matter your interests, there are job opportunities for everyone, no matter the field. We also held a bake sale and we raised around $200. In the future, we're hoping to have more speakers such as female producers from Sony, players in the Ladies Professional Golf Association, and continue to raise money for women's support organizations. Thank you.
Charles, I just want to thank you for your courage and your leadership amongst your peers. Being able to take a step forward and create such a powerful group and club is probably more impactful than you know. And just this being everything you've done for the first year, everything that it will be able to build upon, you're really being trendsetters, and I just want to congratulate you both on your efforts.
Yeah, I'd like to echo Mr. Tussey's thoughts. Great job, first year of the club. And I would encourage you too, if you haven't done it already, to reach out to the women of West Islip. It's the West Islip Women's Club, and connect with them, because I think that's great continuity between what you guys do here in the high school and what they do for the community. So great job.
Just to add one more comment there, Mrs. Morrison and I were able to attend a meeting early in the year, which we're so thankful to be invited to, and we're just so impressed by the leadership of the young women in the room, and any support that we can provide from our administration, just let us know. We're happy to help.
Thank you. All right, we also had some students take a trip to Belize. I understand we do have a video presentation, but I would like to invite down Krista, Juliet, Kara, Matthew, and Noah, and along with their teachers, Mrs. Domingo and Ferruzzi, if you are here. By the way, before we see the video, I just want to note that no board members are in it, and I'm still working on changing that for the future. So.
Ms. Ferruzzi, you want me to play this first?
I think before you want to. Let's do before, yeah.
Okay, great.
We got to interact with kids around the age of 7. Going into this trip and knowing we'd be having this experience, I was so excited to meet the kids and give them gifts. Some of us brought school-related gifts for them to keep. When we got there, they performed their pledge, a song, and their national anthem for us. Once they got to their song, I started to cry. The smiles they all had on their faces brought most of us so much joy to see how happy they were that we were there. My mom sent me there with so much school supplies for them, I knew I'd make a bunch of kids happy. Seeing and learning about their school life really made me appreciate what we have here. They don't get to have experiences like we do, nor do they get the educational opportunities that we get. One of the teachers told us that in their school, they had all grades there, and they only had 33 teachers and 30 classrooms. Having this experience truly made me happy and extremely grateful for the life we live.
Hello, my name is Juliet. Can I make this? I want to say that the school has done, or the community has done a great job of opening up these trips to go on for all 10 through 12 high school students. I really encourage parents to get their kids involved in it because it was one of the best memories ever. And one thing I'm going to speak on is food, because that was something I was worried about, like going there, and if you're a picky eater, it was kind of scary, but the food there was truly amazing, and like there was no worry about it. We got to try all new different types of things, and everything was just super amazing. And if anyone didn't like anything, there was always an option to like get something else or buy something else. So honestly, there's no worries with that, and it was just a really great experience. I sit over to Noah and that.
Hi, I'm Noah, and I wanted to speak about the friendships that came out of Belize, because once you're in another country, everyone's equal. You know, we're all one big group. No one's divided anymore into different groups of students and different like friend groups. And so with that, plus all the experiences that were happening around us, it was just such a perfect environment to meet so many new people and networking, and it was just such a positive experience the entire time.
So, when I went to Belize this spring break with my brother, it was the most incredible week that I think I've ever spent anywhere, and I want to reiterate what Noah said about the friendships, because it's something that I wasn't expecting, but it was really nice to see like just everyone be so friendly and like nice with each other and stuff. So that was really great, and a part of the trip that I wanted to talk about was the time in San Pedro. We watched the sunrise, we went snorkeling, shopping, we learned like traditional Mayan dances, and the whole week was just something I'll never forget. And I'm glad to have done it with my brother, before he graduates. So, yeah.
I had the distinct pleasure of going on this trip with Miss Feruzzi, and it was incredible. And I think our favorite part was just seeing these students grow in so many ways, and how they all touched upon, they all learned something, and they all made these lasting memories and these lasting connections. And I think that's what this trip was really all about, and we got to see that and be there for that. So we thank you for that opportunity.
I just want to thank you all for coming down tonight and sharing this experience with us. You know, it's seeing the video and hearing from you guys. It's an opportunity I wish I had as a kid, and I'm so happy that you guys were able to have that opportunity. So thank you for coming down tonight and sharing with us.
Yes, and just really impressed by all the students had to say. We loved watching the video. I'm glad that you had a great time on the trip. We just also want to thank Ms. Feruzzi and Ms. Domingo who are here this evening. I know Mr. Jensen, I think I saw him like backstroking in the video there. That might have been him. But thank you as well. Taking time away from your own family as well to provide this experience for the students really means a lot. I know it's very meaningful, so thank you all as well.
Okay, can I have a motion, please, to approve the minutes of the April 16th, 2024 regular meeting?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. So we have several recognitions tonight. And the first one is for our district clerk, Miss Mary Hawk, who is retiring, and Dr. Romanelli.
Yes, Mr. Tussey and I prepared a joint statement this evening. I know that Mary loves the spotlight, so we'll make sure we speak as slowly as possible. So a heartfelt thank you and congratulations to Mary Hawk. We want to take a moment to express our sincerest gratitude to Mary for her exceptional dedication and service to the West Islip Union Free School District for over 21 years. Her tireless commitment and hard work have undoubtedly left a lasting impact on our community. Her professionalism, kindness, and attention to detail have set a standard of excellence that will be remembered for years to come.
And as you embark on this new chapter in your life called retirement, please accept our heartfelt congratulations, and may this next phase be filled with joy, relaxation, and countless new adventures. On a personal note, and I think everyone at this dais can say the same thing, you've played such an important part for us with running for the school board and having all our papers in it and just being there to help guide us through the process. And that's something that pretty much nobody here could really understand except other than us. And I'm so grateful, and I know all of us have been speaking, we're all grateful for everything that you've done for us. So thank you. Thank you once again for your years of service and dedication, and I promise you will deeply be missed.
Yeah, and if I could just add, thank you, Mary, for everything. You sit there, it's quiet, you have this wonderful leadership, bring everything together, and one of the tasks that Mary is tasked with is actually setting up the school budget vote every year. So she gets to the gymnasium like 5:30 in the morning and stays till like 10, 11 o'clock at night. She does so quietly, and she does so with just poise and grace, and she's going to be missed here by all of us, and we appreciate everything you've done. Thanks, Mary.
Okay. Right. We also have another recognition, Victor Pepitone, who we would like to recognize for bringing history to life.
Thank you, Mr. Tussey. So tonight we are honoring Victor Pepitone, who I see in the back of the auditorium here. This November 2023, in honor of Veterans Day, I know that Victor visited Bayview Beach, Udall, and I believe that he started doing this when his daughter was in 3rd grade at Bayview, if I know this information correctly. For those that don't know what he brings to the school district, he sets up a display in the school auditorium or an empty classroom, and the classes take turns visiting the display. Brings all sorts of military memorabilia from all different time periods, including World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, the Korean War, up to modern times, and items from present-day service members. It's not an easy task getting all this there, and it's truly a real-life museum exhibit that he sets up, and it's so meaningful for our students. There are mannequins dressed head to toe in uniforms from their respective time period, helmets, even toiletry kits so students can see what soldiers used in the battlefield. And he's truly bringing history to life for our students. I've been so impressed with the displays and presentations and his knowledge that he brings to the district. So thank you to Victor Pepitone for all he does for the students of West Islip and to remember and honor our troops.
Okay, and one last recognition we have is for School Bus Driver Appreciation. And I think it would be foolish to not acknowledge the men and women who get our children to and from school and all their activities safely on a day in and day out basis?
Yes, so tonight we really wanted to extend our sincerest gratitude to some of our unsung heroes who ensure the safe transportation of our students every single day, our dedicated bus drivers who are here in our auditorium this evening. So to our West Islip Union Free School District bus drivers, thank you for your commitment, diligence, and care in safely transporting our students to and from school every day. Your dedication to ensuring their safety, comfort, and well-being does not go unnoticed. Rain or shine, early mornings or late afternoons, you're always there with a smile and a reassuring presence. Your role is not just about driving a bus, it's about fostering a sense of security and trust in our school community. So we'd like to ask you to come up in a moment so that we can express our deepest gratitude for your contribution to our students' educational journey. Your efforts truly make a difference in the lives of our students and their families. So please join us in applauding and thanking our incredible bus drivers for their exceptional service and commitment. Mrs. Pilati is going to read your names off, and would love if you come up and grab a certificate, stay up front, we'll take a big group picture as well. So thank you.
A couple are still out on bus runs right now. So Deb Timone is not here, she's still on a run. Christine Phelps. Diane Paredes. Nate Henderson. Yesenia Campos. Jim McPhail. Stacy Maddox. And Rob Kelly. Danielle Ortiz. Kellyanne Mullins. I'm sorry.
All right, we'll do a quick picture up here. Mrs. Brown. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, I would just like to say thank you. You know, part of when you first put your child on the bus, it's one of the first people that they meet when they head over to school. And I remember that first day that I put my daughter on the kindergarten bus, you build a bond with the bus drivers that are in this district. And actually, one of them is driving my son home right now from Comstock. That's probably why they weren't here. But they know the children. They know where they live. They'll do anything to help those children out. And I've experienced that. I know all of us have experienced that for what we have. So thank you for all you guys do.
Okay, I would like to invite anybody here from the public who would like to speak on behalf of an agenda item tonight. Okay, with that, we're going to move into personnel with Mr. Cameron.
Thank you, Mr. Tussey. I'd like to offer a consent agenda this evening, if I can request a motion for items T1 through, including all of CL3 as listed in the personnel schedule.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I'd like to request a motion for the CL4 retirement of Lori Farrell LaCour, our school nurse from Oakwonock, effective July 1st, 2024, after 22 years of service in the district.
So moved. Second.
Are you here, Ms. LaCour? No. Okay, well, I would be remiss if I did not say, my freshman Jenna, who is finishing up her freshman year, was probably in Ms. LaCour's office every day throughout kindergarten. I'm not exaggerating. It was literally every day, and we got a phone call every day. And I know my wife and I are so grateful for how she handled my Jenna, who was riddled with anxiety throughout kindergarten. And by the end of the year, it was actually sad that she thought she wasn't allowed to see Mrs. LaCour anymore, but that wasn't the case. I know they had plenty of interactions throughout elementary school. So I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank her for everything she did for my daughters and everyone else throughout all her years for West Islip Schools. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then I'd like to request a consent for CL5 through other up to and including permanent substitute teachers, as listed in the personnel agenda.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mrs. Cameron. We have our curriculum update, Mrs. Morrison.
Thank you, Mr. Tussey. Good evening, everybody. A letter was sent out yesterday via Parent Square to all parents of current pre-kindergarten students in regard to kindergarten screening. Kindergarten screening will take place throughout the month of June during the school day in all of our pre-K classrooms. Those students that attend South Shore Children's Center will be also screened by a West Islip teacher during their school day. A letter was sent out yesterday via Parent Square to the parents and guardians of all incoming pre-K students regarding class placement procedures for the upcoming school year. The letter is also posted to the district website. Between this school year and next, building capacity issues will require the district to relocate one pre-kindergarten classroom per building to South Shore Children's Center. For the upcoming school year, Manitowoc and Paul J. Ballou will each be reduced by one pre-K classroom. For the 25-26 school year, Oquanock and Bayview will each be reduced by one pre-K classroom. 24-25 pre-K students that have at least one sibling attending their home school will be automatically placed at their home school, space permitting. As of today, the district anticipates that Oquanock and Bayview will be able to accommodate the placement of all incoming pre-kindergarten registrants with siblings, and that there will be a sibling lottery for Manitowoc and Paul J. Ballou. The buildings that have remaining spots available after the sibling lottery takes place will have a lottery for placement into the remaining pre-kindergarten spots in each building. All other students will be attending South Shore Children's Center. The lotteries will be live streamed on Wednesday, March 22nd at 9 a.m. A link to view the lottery will be placed on the district website one day prior to the event. My apologies, I believe I said March, it's May 22nd. We anticipate notifying all parents and guardians of the pre-K placements the week of June 3rd or sooner if possible. Additional information about the district's pre-kindergarten program will be provided throughout the summer. Regents exam kick-off for students on Tuesday, June 4th with the administration of the Algebra 1 Regents, followed by English Language Arts and Living Environments on Friday, June 14th, U.S. History and Global History on Tuesday, June 18th, Earth Science and Chemistry on Thursday, June 20th, Geometry on Friday, June 21st, Algebra 2 on Monday, June 24th, and Physics on Tuesday, June 25th. Regents review classes are underway at the secondary level to support student success with these exams. Celebrate Education will take place on Tuesday, May 21st at the high school. Events will take place throughout the afternoon and evening that showcase and celebrate the amazing learning experiences and accomplishments of the current school year. A schedule of events for Celebrate Education will be shared with parents and guardians by the end of next week. AP and IB testing is underway at the high school and will continue through next week. Mr. Gilmartin reports that the facilitation of the exam is going well and that students are sharing that they feel well prepared for the content and tasks associated with them. On Friday, May 3rd, Beach Street Science Engineering Technology teacher Ashley Pope was awarded the STEM Star Award by the Long Island STEM Education Leadership Association. Dr. Romanelli and I were very fortunate to be able to be there to honor Ms. Pope. The award recognizes teachers who provide students with access to high-quality learning experiences in STEM. Congratulations to Mrs. Pope. Thank you, Mr. Tussey.
Thank you, Mrs. Morrison. We are going to move in with our policy committee and the rest of our report board committees. So we'll start off with Mr. Cameron.
Thank you, Mr. Tussey. On April 11th, we had our policy committee meeting, and we discussed the 2000 series of our new policy manual that we're working with our attorneys, Volz Migliata and New York State School Boards Association, where the 2000s policies will be board operational goals to include everything from school board legal status through board reorganization and the organization of the board, school board meetings, and we are working through those updates and continue to update our new manual. We'll be working at our June meeting on the 1000s and zeros policies of the new policy manual, and that work is ongoing. So this evening I do offer the first reading of the Series 2000, School Board Governance and Operations. I'm also offering the first reading of policy number 7315, which actually came out of collaboration with students, parents, as well as faculty and staff on the students and personal electronic devices, which we have kind of dubbed internally as our cell phone policy, so that we'll be updating our policies and procedures with regards to our cell phone usage. I offer those two for first readings this evening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Cameron. Let's move into building and grounds with Mr. McCann.
Thank you, Mr. Tussey. The Building and Grounds Committee met on May 7th, Tuesday at 7 p.m. in the Library Beach Center. All board members, with the exception, I think Mr. Quinn Bedell were in presence. We also had Dr. Romanelli, Mrs. Morrison, Mrs. Pilati, and James Bossy. The summer season really kicks off a lot of construction projects that get done, ones that we don't have to do during the year. So that really will kick off coming up in June. Up and leading to that, we shared some success stories about the overall process of hiring new custodians. As everyone knows, there's always a shortage of labor in the marketplace, and the Building and Grounds team has done a great job of mentoring substitute custodians into full-time roles. So they've had a lot of success with that, and they were recognized at the meeting that day. We talked about furniture and storage, with Miss Sarah now becoming the new BOCES Middle School. We used to store a lot of furniture and storage there, so we're working up some different ways and places to have storage. Most of the rooms in the buildings now are used for educational purposes. That's across all 7 buildings, which is great news, but we just have to come up with a solution for some storage. Summer camps and activities will be in full force over the summer, so you'll see all the fields being used by many different groups and clubs. We had an update on Miss Sarah. Again, they're looking to be in there starting classes on September 1st. So we did get a bid on the roof, so the roof's going to be replaced. They are in there replacing every ceiling tile, every floor, most of the doors. The board has asked for a tour of the facility, so we'd like to see firsthand what's going on in there, but great progress is being made. They're looking to repave the entire parking lot coming up in the next couple of weeks. So a lot of construction, and they are on target to be in there for September, so great. The other big projects that will be done this summer, starting this summer, is the district office security lobby. So that's the last security, double security lobby that we don't have, so that'll be started. That's going to take most of the summer and part of the fall. We have a masonry crack in the high school. It's nothing that is of safety concern, but we've hired an engineer to go and look at that. The other major project is the pool. We are still in the process of getting the architects to draw up all of the plans for the pool so that we can put that out to the state to get approval and then put it out for bids. So that process will take us through probably February or March of next year, with slated the pool and construction to be started June of the following year. So the pool's going to be open all of next year, and then we'll start the process there. So that's what the Building and Grounds Committee.
you, Mr. McCann. Let's move into health and wellness with Mrs. Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Tussey. The Health and Wellness Alliance met on Wednesday, May 8th, 2024 at the Paul J. Blue Cafeteria. Members present were Jim Horan, Rhonda Pratt, Deb Brown, Melissa Haggerty, Leanne Puccia, RN, Melanie Steinweiss, Lindsay Hamchuk, Murray Pansner, Christina Elefante, Jeanette Hoffman, Barbara Voorhees, Lauren Albanese, and Dr. Romanelli. We went over the financial report. We talked about the health and wellness scholarships. They'll be giving 2 $500 scholarships. Anonymous applications are being reviewed by the Alliance. Scholarships will be awarded during the high school scholarship ceremony on Monday, June 3rd at 6:30. The 2024 Glow Run is going to be on November 6th at 6:30 p.m. at the West Islip High School. There are sponsorships available for $75 for businesses and families who want to donate. Pre-registration will open in September on My School Bucks. Costs will be $8 per person, $30 for a family of 4 or more. Participants are encouraged to wear neon attire, and all participants will receive neon accessories. Significant inclement weather, rain date is going to be Thursday, November 7th. More information will be coming on that. The Sound of Silence 5K, 10K Run Walk is Saturday, May 18th at Walker Beach in Brightwaters. It's a wonderful event to benefit the Postpartum Resource Center of New York. This was started by Erin Riley Mascaro and her late sister Lisa and the Riley family, and it has great support of many other West Islip alumni. So if you go, it's going to be a great time, and you may see some administrators on the course as well. The health and wellness dates, we had a tentative calendar for the 2024-25 meetings, and we're going to review those. And I know that there was talk about having some evening meetings, so we're going to address that. And new and old business, the 2024-2025 Family Connect Nights are being explored. And we also want to bring forward a greater emphasis on mental health in the 2024-25 school year at this committee. I'd like to bring someone in from counseling to talk about the support and services they are providing to students throughout the district. This was the final meeting of the year. Thank you to Tim Horan and all the council delegates and committee members for a great year.
Thank you, Mrs. Kelly. Let's go to Education Committee with Mr. Antonello.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tussey. The Ed meeting took place on Tuesday, May 7th at Beach Street Library. The meeting started at 6:50. All administrators are in attendance. All board members are in attendance with the exception of Mr. Bedell. It was a fairly quick meeting. The first topic was the UPK screening that's will take place in June. The pre-K class placement procedures are outlined to us by Mrs. Morrison. The steps for placement, the lottery draft, the fact that the district will always try to accommodate siblings staying together. We discussed the options for students this year because we won't be offering summer school. Eastern Suffolk BOCES at Bayshore is an option, and there'll be some others too for the students that need summer school. The last topic was the New York State testing, the English and the math that took place. No results obviously yet. One thing that was pointed out was that test refusals were down compared to last year. The meeting ended at 7:05.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Antonello. We'll move into Finance Committee with Mrs. Marks.
Good evening. The Finance Committee met on Tuesday, May 7th in the Beach Street Library. Committee members present were myself, Mrs. Kelly, and Mr. McCann, and Mr. Antonello and Ms. Brown were there as well. Mr. Bedell was not there because he's working on getting installed as a firefighter, which is pretty cool, so that's a great reason to not be there. Administrators present are Dr. Romanelli, Mrs. Pilati, Mrs. Morrison, and Mr. Cameron. The purpose of the meeting was discussion of pertinent fiscal matters. The meeting was called to order at 7:06 p.m. The following were presented and accepted by the committee. Treasurer's report, school district funds for March and extracurricular for March, payroll summary for March, financial statements for March, internal claims audit report for April, system manager audit trail for April, payroll certifications for the week of April 19th and May 3rd, and review of warrants. Review of board agenda finance items. the approval of budget transfers, the approval of 2 donations. One is a Gene Haas Foundation Scholarship Award for the Technology and Engineering Department of $8,000, which Mr. Bonomo had applied for, and we received that amazing scholarship. And the PS I Love You Day Foundation awarded a purple metal bench for installation at the high school, which is valued at $2,500. The approval of 2023-2024 health service contracts for Amity Union Free School District, and the approval and rejection of bids for next year. Electrical repair and service, tree pruning and care services, maintenance service, pneumatic and DDC control systems, resolution to reject all bids with regard to bid 2405. Removal of unwanted geese and waterfowl, printing bid, refuse removal bid, athletic uniforms, pest control services for district-wide, elevator maintenance and service, resolution to reject all bids with regard to athletic equipment reconditioning, in-car driver education vehicles, and roof replacement at Miss Sarah. Total bid award is $1.7 million. Discussion items are that R.S. Abrams, the external auditors, will be on site the week of May 14th to begin interim testing for this year's end-of-year audit. Meeting was adjourned at 7:10 p.m.
Thank you, Mrs. Marks. And finally, the Special Education Committee with Mrs. Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Tussie. Hello, everyone. The Special Ed Committee met May 8th, 2024 at District Office. The following committee members were present: myself, Mrs. Marks, Ms. Morrison, Ms. Dowling, Ms. Dougherty, and Mrs. Ednick. The meeting began at 9 a.m. and ended at 9:50 a.m. The committee discussed IEPs from CSE and CPSE recommendations from the respective committees. Ms. Dowling updated the committee on the continued success of our partnership with PM Pediatrics. Additionally, Ms. Dowling reported that the special ed department has received a lot of positive feedback from families after their CPSE, CSE meetings. Ms. Dowling also reported that Amelia Zolciak received the Suffolk Zone Health and Physical Education Leadership Award for demonstrating skills, knowledge, and the competencies to achieve and maintain a health-enhancing lifestyle. Congratulations to Amelia. Finally, the committee discussed the positivity that stems from our West Islip Unified Basketball team and the benefits for both our special ed and general ed students. Not only did our team achieve our second win of the season, they received several compliments from the referees and coaches from Deer Park about our sportsmanship and embracing the mission of unified basketball. Please join us for our last home game on Wednesday, May 15th at the high school, 5 p.m. And finally, SEPTA, please join SEPTA for their end of the year party at Horace and Sylvia's in Babylon. It's $40 a ticket, and tickets can be purchased on the member hub. Thank you, Mr. Tussie.
Thank you, Mrs. Brown. Business items, Ms. Pilati.
Thank you, Mr. Tussie. Good evening. May I have a motion for the approval of budget transfers 4377 through 4391 in the general fund and 4383 through 4392 in the capital fund?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the Amityville Union Free School District Health Services contract for the 2023-24 school year?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the donations as listed on the agenda?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the 2024-25 bids as listed on the agenda?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the resolution related to the rejection of bid number 2405?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the resolution related to the rejection of bid number 2412?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, have a motion, please, of approval for the broker service agreements between Brown & Brown of Garden City.
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Can I have a motion of approval, please, of the enrollment agreement between Brown & Brown of Garden City?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Have a motion of approval regarding the memorandum of agreement for Local 237, our clerical, regarding summer hours.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Have a motion of approval for the memorandum of agreement, Locals 237 operations, also summer hours.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Have a motion of approval for the WIDA lease agreement for June 1st, 2023 through May 31st, 2024.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Have a motion of approval for the BOCES multi-year service agreement, the fiber WAN services project number W1-FWAN-050124-2024-2029. I don't think I need to read that all off.
Can you repeat
But I
that?
did. Sorry. No, I'm not repeating.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Have a motion of approval regarding the stipulation of settlement and release regarding student A.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion of approval regarding resolution that the Board of Education approves and the recommendations of the Special Education Committee of Students as listed in the district's backup and authorizes the district to arrange for appropriate services.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay,
Excuse me, Mr. Tessie?
Yes.
I would just suggest a amendment to the approval of item E, as the date should be June 1, 2024 through May 31, 2025.
Okay, so, can I get what do we just need, a new approval?
Yep.
Okay, can I have a new approval, please, of the WIDA lease agreement to be dated June 1st, 2024 to July 31st, 2025?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, thank you. Dr. Romanelli?
Thank you, Mr. Tussie. I had a moment of clarity today, just kind of thinking a lot about the wonderful things that my cabinet is accomplishing on a daily basis, and just wanted to give a shout out to Mrs. Pilati. We had a very challenging budget year this year, and just I was so impressed with her long-term vision and attention to detail, and just always prioritizing kids in every decision that she makes. So I'm just so impressed by her on a daily basis. Mrs. Morrison, just all the different committees. For anyone who works in this district sees the tons of committees that Mrs. Morrison chairs, whether it's Profile the Graduate, talking about cell phones, or talking about our curriculum at the elementary or secondary level. She truly has a massive job and comes in and tackles it every day. I'm so appreciative of her. Mr. Cameron, you can tell from the giant policy manual updates that we have, even just in this one agenda, how big of a job that is. And I was at a threat assessment meeting this morning at A+ Technologies with a number of different superintendents and school safety teams. Mr. McAlevey and I were able to attend there. And they asked how many districts are in compliance with the workplace violence mandate that just came out in New York State, that it is required to be done this May. And we were the only district that was in compliance. That's thanks to Mr. Cameron's initiative there that he took in making sure the district was in compliance. And he is also putting the human in human resources, not to be cliche, but going around really and just trying to make connections with all of our collective bargaining groups, be out there and be in the buildings, and we're just so appreciative to have him as part of our team. Dr. Kylie Rendon and I, Dr. Kylie Rendon does not sit on the dais, but he is part of our central admin team. We were able to go to the Google headquarters in New York City to meet about artificial intelligence and talk about connections to education. It was an invite-only type conference, and I was lucky enough to be his +1 on that conference there. He got the invite, and it was very cool to be at the headquarters, to say the least, and just see what goes on a day-to-day basis in that environment. We had to sign a non-disclosure agreement coming in, to see all like the different new technologies that they were coming out with. But what we took out of the day was really that we want to create a statement on AI in education for West Islip. I know that Mrs. Morrison, Dr. Callie Rendon, and I are going to be working on that with our tech committee in the district and talking about, you know, how we see artificial intelligence in the world of education. We want to be really out in front of this and talk about what we're doing in our district. And we've had some initial conversations about artificial intelligence and where it fits. And we'd also like to do a real tour of our classrooms and how we're implementing artificial intelligence already and how we plan to in the future. What does it look like in a K-2 classroom, 3 to 5, 6 through 8, 9 through 12? So we would love to, you know, have the board come with us, administrators, teachers, and we could invite in, you know, some local politicians, community members to see what we have going on in the district and put out that public statement there. So I was really proud just of the work that we have in place in our infrastructure just from that visit to Google and how in good shape that we are in terms of technology integration in our district. So exciting stuff ahead in the future there.
That's it. Great. Okay, let me just reiterate what you said about the cabinet members. Just make this really quick. Thank you again for everything, because it makes our job so much easier. And we really have formed a great team, and I think that's part of the reason why we are, as a district, trying to be as successful as we are with everything and all the offerings that we have for our students. So thank you for your work on a daily basis. With that being said, I just want to remind everybody of the budget vote and trustee elections to be held May 21st from the hours of 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at West Islip High School. We do not have any pink cards, so I thank everybody for attending tonight. We can have a motion to adjourn to exec session, please. So moved. Second. Oh, you know what? That's a great call, Dr. Romelli. Before we do go, I want to wish all the moms a very happy Mother's Day that's out there. And I'd like to say that's my idea. Are we going to state that? All right, and a very happy birthday to our one and only Dr. Romelli coming up on Saturday. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Let's go, Rangers.
I know that was one. I've been in 4 of them.